Hi everybody, we are here again. We hope everyone is okay and you are running fast enough to catch that big turkey for the Thanksgiving dinner table. Well, I hope that turkey is smart enough to run faster from you, letting you all that grass behind him for your dish. So chew it. Well, because we are close to this holiday, we from the SPP side, we wish you all a wonderful Thanksgiving and we thank you with this occasion to all of you being close to us with your presence in the forum. Also, we thank you so much for your postings and informations what you are bringing from all around the world to us and letting us know everywhere what is going on. Okay, let's see now what Liana will talk about to us today.
It's wonderful to be here. I was very excited to come forth and talk about this time frame, this time period that we're in. I mean, here's Thanksgiving already. It's come so fast this year.
Yep.
I'm beside myself. It's so close to Christmas. No. Well, today I want to talk about ego. Ego is a fear-based thing. When we talk about fear, when we talk about anger, when we talk about anything that is not love, it's fear. And fear is based on our ego. So I was going to talk a lot about fear today, but I really don't want to talk about fear and increase the fear that could be. So my whole presentation really is coming from the heart and in a place of getting around fear, understanding what fear is, and understanding where we really are today, right now. So in being a light worker, which we all are in one way or another, it's in a sense of being a loving energy of hope. The age of life and light is here now. So each and every one of us, we can think about ourselves as leaders who can inspire those around the people in your life to lead a more spiritual life with the ideas of eternal value. The outcomes of this world will only improve at the rate in which people start to recognize in their own soul what's true, beautiful, and good. So at this time, some of you will feel a separation and a loss. They see the environment's changing. People are changing. Changes cause anxiety and fear to set in. So in understanding that we are shifting into a new dimension where fear producing actions will not be tolerated or bringing feelings of truth to our beings. So fear is anything that's not love. And I know it doesn't sound like it's one or the other because that makes it too easy. People want to understand things they just assume there's a more complex situation. But it's not. It's one or the other. It's fear or it's love. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So there's only fear or love. And as I stated before, we are all integrating into the present, that's a key word, present, energetic frequencies. In the past, people would talk about what's coming, what energy is coming, what's going to be changing, and we're not there anymore. We're here now. It has changed. We are in that moment now. Those current vibrations reset our minds and behaviors from old patterns we utilize that were limiting and keeping us from growing forward. We are now, and you're going to keep hearing that emphasis, now. We are now in a full creative energy that is fueled by love. The old energy was ruled by fear. What if I lose someone I love? What if I can't be good enough? What if I can't get to work on time? What if I can't feed my family? What happens if I leave my husband and I have to do it on my own? What will we do if war begins? The fear ruled how we progressed, how far we could go, how much we could do. It's an energy that was created from the bare bottom necessities. Fear is ego-based. In the old days, people used to think, okay, well, ego is someone being conceited. People don't really understand, or didn't understand, I should say, what an ego was. So it causes a false illusion. It follows the definition of lack of money, love, resources, all the fear, control, conflict, and separation that is experienced from our past family or cultural environment is downloaded into our consciousness. We, in return, forgot who we really are, a multi-dimensional being of wholeness within our true self of the heart-based consciousness. There is no lack. So our experience in the present, in the now, is to be love, intention, and creativity. To live in the abundance that is eternal. It has no limit within our own being. It's really a sense of our own perception of where we limit ourselves. We didn't believe that we could, move forward and be something amazing. Maybe because our parents always said, oh, well, you can't go to college because we didn't go to college and we don't have any money for you to go to college and there's no savings. And they create this idea or perception that you're not going to grow forward because they didn't or because you're used to not having something. We're not in that time anymore. We're not in that energy. It doesn't exist. It was an illusion. So to be in unity, peace, affiliation, contribution, collaboration, that's where we are. We have now began a point where we understand the ego does not work in our life. We now find resolve in the heart center, the truth of consciousness. The true self in unity with divine energy connects your core being through the heart, as this is the direct connection to spirit, to source. The ego's need to control by seeking approval, acceptance, and validation from others, from society, from anyone other than self, is due to fear, and it is no longer satisfying to us. We chased something for the longest time that really had no resolve in our life. So, at the core of the fear-based consciousness is a darkness of separation and isolation. The ego tries to prevent the experience of emptiness But in trying to prevent that emptiness, it only produces more of that. It brings our greatest fears and addictive behaviors to the center of all decisions. So our true being of love, acceptance, and support has always been within our heart, in unity with the divine. Much like the moment in The Wizard of Oz where Dorothy is told that she always had the power within herself to go home. It wasn't the dazzling red shoes with the power, or it wasn't the beautiful Glinda. No, it was in her heart, her intention, and her love to be where she truly wanted to be. So, and I probably brought that up because we have a message from the Emerald Group, and somehow I always pull them together with Wizard of Oz, you know, the Emerald. So anyway, once we understand the ego and the fear that it brings with limiting beliefs, the fact that it was only an illusion allows us to let it go with compassion and love. If we're still fighting it and judging it for its negativity, then guess what? We're still using it. And when our perception transforms to loving the whole self, the ego will go away. It will diminish. So the new energy, or I will say the present energy, is a collective consciousness. The theory under we are all one. We all make up parts of this collective consciousness. It has frequencies that support our new endeavors in every way, on every level of any path that we decide to move on. These energies support every type of creative aspect that you hold within your being, not just from this current life that we're living right now on Earth, but from every life that you have ever lived in a human body. And I know that sounds really out there, but in truth, if you just allow yourself to feel and be in the moment and compare yourself to the past that, again, does not exist, but where you were, let's say, 2 years ago with your creativity, I can assure you, you are nowhere near that limited person that you were then compared to where you are right now. So, again, we are spiritual beings with spiritual gifts living in a human body this time around. It's different this time. And the time is now to begin empowering yourself to be who you really are. It is time to use the power of the light in your heart to feed the earth, to fuel the source of protection among our collective grid, the collective consciousness. It's time to breathe in, close your eyes, slip down into your heart place. And as you exhale, feel the light of your heart grow and expand, and see it and feel it around you. And then continue to grow it bigger, engulfing your home, surrounding your cities. And it just continues to expand, flowing up, through, and beyond your country, your earth, your universe. Continue pushing that heart love, intense light to the galactic stars, through the sun. See it as a wave of amazing energy connecting with other etheric bodies of light, finally becoming one with all other souls. And know that you, as though you feel that you are only one person, you clearly see that you are the one piece of the light that completes the grid of unity. You make all the difference for everyone else because we are all one. We all individually make a difference. And that is something that is just really hard to comprehend until you take part in that. So the whole message that I really wanted to relay, and I hope I did, was understanding that no matter what occurs in today's time, no matter what dramas take place in our lives or the lives of other people, we can change the outcome. And not only can we change the outcome, but we can change our perception of what the outcome is. An example of that would be in seeing sickness engulf a country and understanding that it's not just the perception of seeing that people are sick and dying and how sad that is. It is seeing that it's an opportunity to find a cure. It's an opportunity to have compassion. It's an opportunity to cleanse. There's so many different perceptions that we can see it as, that it doesn't have to be seen as something horrible and sad. It's the perception of what we are going to see it as. We're going to move forward, and seeing it moving forward, we're going to have an answer one day. We're going to have a cure. We're going to have prevention. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So we need to remove the fear that so many of us have. We watch it on TV. We come home, we turn the news on, and you're hearing about death, and you're hearing about terrible things and fights and the politics and the governments, and just it's one after another. It's one negative thing on TV after another. And this is why I don't like to watch the news. I like to watch comedies. I like to laugh. I like to have fun. I'm not saying to ignore what's going on in the world, but I'm going to challenge you to see it as a different perspective. Don't get caught up in what the message is being relayed as. You know, go to your heart center and feel the truth about what the situation is. Okay?
Exactly.
So,
well said, because we cannot really believe everything what the media is presenting us or any type of newspaper. Why we should always swallow their pushing us to get scared, have a fear, reading like what Russia does, what Ukraine does, what the United States does. Why we have to believe what they want us to believe, just them to be satisfied.
It's about control. If they have us in a place of fear, then it gives them more control. Because when people are fearful, they don't go within and find answers, do they? They look to others to find answers. And this is about teaching humanity in this time of now to go within, because we have the answers within. Trust our answers that we get. Trust it, because it's correct. If we can stop giving power to everybody else to give us answers, then we are going to change the world in that way. But if we continue to be in a place of fear and running to someone that we think with our brain and our heart that is bigger than us, like the government, for answers, then we're going to continuously be following something that's not real. If we use our heart to feel and not think with our brain, then we will follow the truth. And the truth is within us, not on the outside, not someone telling us how to do it. The truth is within us, and we have the power, and we change the outcome. And it's as simple as sending light to a situation. It's as simple as sending your heart energy to something that doesn't feel good. You know, like war, like death, like famine, like illness, okay? By sending light, you are doing not just yourself justice, and I'm talking real justice, but you're helping others. The energy is stronger than you understand when you're sending that heart energy out. It's bigger than you'll ever really grip, because it's affecting so many people. It's affecting the earth. It's affecting decisions. It's affecting paths and outcomes. You are so much stronger than you could ever imagine. If you could just step out of the belief system of what we were taught growing up, what we were taught as human beings, what we were taught with politics, even with education. We were taught to believe specific things. We were taught 1 and 1 equals 2. But maybe 1 is existing in a physical sense, and then maybe there's another 3 spirit guides around that 1, and then there's another physical 1. So really, 1 and 1 may not equal 2. 1 and 1 is not really 1 and 1 because 1 has 3 spirit guides and 2 may have 5. Do you understand what I'm getting at? It's not just cut and dry like they want us to believe it is. That's how things got masked. That's how we don't see the truth of things, because 1 has 3 spirit guides, 2 may have 5, and there's a lot more around those people than what they wanted us to believe. So 1 and 1 doesn't equal 2. 1 and 1 could equal millions. Do you follow me?
Oh, yeah.
I hope I didn't lose you with that.
No. Well,
I'm just getting out that just because we don't see it with our physical eyes does not mean it doesn't exist. My messages are really about trying to empower people. That's, if I could give anything, if I learned anything being on this earth in this lifetime, something that I would want to leave behind, I would want to know that I assisted people in finding tools to empower themselves.
Exactly.
And that's it. I mean, if they are empowering themselves, then they're helping others. It's not, because there's no ego in that. If you're in a place of self-love and self-compassion, it doesn't mean egotistic, and it doesn't mean conceitedness. It means being within your true self. You're truly in love with who you are and what you want to be for yourself and for your life, because usually it's not really about you and yourself. It's really about something bigger. It's about touching people. It's about being fulfilled. And typically when people are out to, there's this connection they want to make, and they're not sure what it is. They know that there's something bigger out there. It doesn't mean it's for them and themselves only, because really it just doesn't work like that. We are all unified in consciousness. We are all one. So with you wanting something bigger and better and something deeper, you're connecting to humanity. You're connecting to the bigger grid, to the unified consciousness, to the divine light. It's all connected. Everything's connected. It's an amazing web. So you wanting something for yourself is really wanting something for all. And in the end, when we realize it and we look back, it's really all connected to love. I mean, to think that, okay, I want to be bigger and better at my job, or I want more money, or I want more material items, that's all fine and dandy, but you're going to find it's not fulfilling. But once you touch into or tap into that thing that brings fulfillment in your heart, you're going to realize it wasn't just about you, because it touched others. And touching others is how we really are living through our own souls and our own core beings. It's finding the power within yourself and knowing with everything you are that you are powerful enough to make changes in every way on this earth, with others, with health, with global issues, with the sun even. We are powerful beings. And once we realize that, there will be nothing that can stop us. And no government or no power to be could make us feel or believe anything else once we have tapped into that knowledge.
True, very true.
Okay, so you want to talk about, how about we talk about the conversation yesterday that we had with Dina Soker individually?
Okay, we can present that.
Yesterday, Mags and I both individually had conversations with Dina Soker, who's an intuitive life guide and channeler of the Emerald Group, the loving, guiding beings that she works with. And together with the Emerald Group, Dina's committed to spreading the love and wisdom of self-manifestation in this lifetime. Last Saturday, Dina held a channeling session in her home, in which the Emerald Group brought forth a message that had, I think her title was Hold On and Enjoy the Bumpy Ride, or something along those lines. So with that said, the group shared an event that is approximately to occur around the second part of December. This was not information given to cause fear, but to provide us a tool in assisting with the most benevolent outcome possible to lessen the effects of whatever may be, because we have the power to change the outcome, which we just discussed. Between the sun's activities and other global and galactic interferences, our Earth could experience some undesirable situations. Because my goal is not to bring fear, but to empower humanity, I will not go into detail about what the event or events could be. If you would like more information about this regarding a little more detail, Mags will be writing more about this on the forum. Understand that these are only possibilities. As every event is, as all paths, we have the power to change the outcome. So, in using the tools that we have within, Dina is inviting everyone to participate in a mass group healing of light. We will be coming together in meditation all over the globe, Wednesday, December 3rd at 7 p.m. Pacific Time, for approximately 15 minutes or so. Using your highest intent of love, go into your heart center where love lives. Visualize, feel, and create a sphere of light, and projecting that light to humanity, to the planet, the sun, and to the events, and to all outcomes. This sphere of light knows where to go. It knows where it is needed. So we just have to build it and release it. We hope you will join us in this mass global unity of love and healing. I just want to close with wishing everyone an amazing Thanksgiving, and remember that it's about being in the moment of right now. And while you're sitting at that table or with your family in a conversation, as 1,000 conversations are going on in one room, take a minute, sit back and close your eyes, go into that heart center, and just be so grateful, live in gratitude that you get to hear these physical voices in this very moment of now. Because, you know, when I lost my mom, going through the first Thanksgiving after I lost her was really difficult. And, you know, people always say after they lost someone, I would give anything to feel her hug, or I would give anything to hear her voice. So don't be someone that is, you know, realizing these things only after someone has left us. Live right now, hear them right now, and be in gratitude that they're there right now. And yes, they're here with us after too, but since they're here physically, why not just be in appreciation for hearing them right now? And just enjoy it. Just let it sink in. Let everyone know how you feel about them, and don't wait. Don't think that you'll tell them next time. Tell them now. Tell them how much they appreciate, how much you appreciate them, or what they brought to your life. Maybe you should go around the table before Thanksgiving dinner is opened up and just share something about someone in that room that brought something to your life. It's just a moment of gratitude and of Thanksgiving. We all have those families that there's someone in our family or in our life that has hurt us. We have a past. I always say the past doesn't exist anymore. But we still have that hurt that we let live in our body. And in learning how to release that, because it becomes stagnant energy in your body, okay? It causes resentment, and it causes pain, and it's rekindled at the sound of someone's voice, or the thought of a name, or the thought of a face. In being present in the new energy, think of the person in your family that would or has caused this pain in your life that you allowed to be in your heart, and release it. Forgive them. Be in a place of compassion and gratitude for what they brought, because even if someone brought something negative in your point of view to your life, really it was a gift, because it was an opportunity to see it a different way. It was an opportunity to learn how to deal with it. It was an opportunity to rewind and try again. So in thinking about those family members that we don't always want to see at Thanksgiving or any other time because maybe they cause a little grief or friction, just think about them, send them light, and have compassion and gratitude and love and forgive them. It doesn't mean you have to go to them and say you're sorry, but forgive them in your own heart. Just forgive them because it releases so much that we build up inside of ourselves. And for those of us who are going through moments where we have loved ones who are getting ready to leave us, send them light, send them love, let them know how important they are in your life, how much they've done for you in your life. It doesn't, and I'm not talking physically, I'm talking about what they gave to you in your own life, in your heart, in your soul, what they brought to something in you. Tell them thank you and release them, because when they need to go, they need to know you're not going to hurt. They need to know you're going to be okay. They need to know that there's no reason for them to stay to take care of you. Be okay with releasing them and let the light surround them. And if they need to go at this time or any other time, then they have the love and the light of you to go. So in this time, just be thankful that you are where you are and that you have the power enough to be in a place where you can have forgiveness in your heart, where you can have love in your heart, where you can let people go when it's not to their highest, best good to be here. And just be happy that we are in a time of unity, and use that energy in moving forward to touch other people who need that same understanding. Thank you.